The shoes of a birth mother. Now, this is a very important topic for me because I always think in particular of my own birth mother and why this is important. I know that a lot of you have been learning about my journey over the years, and when I went to meet my birth mother in 2013, I always thought to myself, I wonder what she was going through when I was born. It must be very difficult for any mother to let go of their children. And I realized this, like for any adoptee, we're always just wanting to know about our birth parents, we want to connect. And I understand the birth mother is ashamed, she's shy, she doesn't know how to react, she's nervous, she's anxious, she's showing shame, she sometimes just doesn't want anything to do with the adopted child. Now that all comes down to obviously each and everyone's story. Every story is different. Completely. Every story is completely different. And with my birth mother, over the last 7 years, I have to say in the beginning, it was very difficult, it was very emotional, and we were both very nervous about everything, and she was very worried about what I'd think of her. I never judge her ever. I have so much respect for my birth mother. I love her so much. And me connecting with her over the last 7 years has been the greatest thing ever. Time has definitely helped with that. And she knows this, and she's just even calling her a few weeks ago. I wish I could explain how important this phone call was with her. And you guys following my journey and you guys following along, it's incredible for me to be able to express this and share this, and not just for myself, but also for other people who are adopted around the world or other families about, families with mothers and fathers. I believe it's a really big thing. And I'm just talking in my own wise sense. I'm not a wise person, but well, I don't think I am. Now, what I mean with time is with my birth mother, only a few years ago, we're able to find some pieces about her family, which was incredible. I never ever expected that. Her brother lives in the Ukraine, and she has not yet met him yet. She's been in an orphanage all her life, and I know that she doesn't understand in particular how that attachment works in a family. I believe it's very hard for her to understand everything like that. But as her son, I've been able to reconnect with her, grow that relationship, and time has definitely helped with that, and she completely understands that. I think it's incredible for me to have that growing relationship. In the beginning, of course, for every person that wants to reunite with their birth family, you need to understand this is the beginning of a big journey. It doesn't happen overnight, it definitely doesn't. And I just want to say that as well. Ever since day one, when I first met my birth mother, it was the most incredible time of my life, and reconnecting with her was just, it's beyond words for me. It felt like yesterday. But for myself as well, I always put myself in her shoes and put myself in her position. And I'll be there no matter what for her as well. And for me, as being her only son, I can see that she expresses this. She doesn't show it as much, but I know that she means it as well. And when I called her a few weeks ago, she said to me, Sasha, I want to see you. I hope to see you very soon. And I said, of course, Tatiana, I definitely will see you very soon. And we have this very funny relationship, there's always big chunks of breaks. But when I call her, it's incredible for me. So it just takes a little bit of time, each step of the way. But that's all part of my journey. That's all part of my story. And like I said, every story is different, and this is part of my story. I just want to say, obviously, for myself, this journey is going to keep on going. For a lot of adoptees as well, it is important for them to know who their birth parents are. That's a big thing that a lot of adoptees, with me connecting with a lot of adopted people, we've come down to knowing that we really want to connect with our birth parents. But you also got to put yourself in the birth parent's shoes as well. It's a big part, it's a big important thing. And like for any person adopted, you always need to be prepared for anything that comes along your way. If you can at least connect with your birth country, that's a big step. It's a way of connecting, it's a way of opening up a next chapter, as I like to call it as well. I don't really want to necessarily call it closure, but it's about opening up that new journey. That's like me, opening up that new journey. But it always comes down to being on both sides, putting yourself even in your parents' shoes as well, putting yourself in your shoes and putting yourself in your birth parents' shoes. So this is in particular for birth mothers, and this is about my birth mother because this is a thing that I just really love to talk about, and I hope it helps more people as well, because at the end of the day, we're just trying to help each other, connect with each other, connection, support, help. And if you're going on a journey, do it in your own time and do it when you feel like it's right. I always say that. I hope I didn't talk too much. Look, I think it's a great thing to talk about, a great topic, and I really thank you guys so much for following my journey as well. And yes, so when I go to Russia, I've got some really cool stuff happening. I'm going to go and see my birth mother quite often. She's waiting for me as well. And it's cool because over time, it's over the last 7 years, I've only met her about two or three times already. And I want to grow that more and more. And I want to sit down and talk with her. And talking to her on the phone directly a few weeks ago was just, it was a good starting point for me. It was incredible and it meant so much to me. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel, seriously, and watching this video. Please click subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. I always appreciate it so much. And please look after yourselves. And until next time, до свидания, я снова Зеландии. Спасибо большое и пока.